Okay, in this video, we're going to run through the solutions to challenge 12, 13, and 14. So challenge 12 was the triangle sorter, and we had to start by getting integer input for the three different sides. So different variable names, int input, not input int, and there's an integer bracket and an input bracket, so there's two closed at the other end. When we come to looking at the if statement, the order we make our checks in actually really matters for this one. So I've said first, side 1 equals side 2 equals side 3, so they're all the same. That would be equilateral. In the second one, I check if side 1's equal to side 2, or if it's equal to side 3, or if side 2 is equal to side 3. Now that's all the pairs of sides compared. It will pick up if one pair is the same, but if we had made this check before this check, it would say, if we had an equilateral triangle, it would say, yes, side 1 does equal side 2. This is an isosceles triangle. So the order really matters this time. If it's not this and it's not this, it must be scalene, so we don't need to check. Now, you might have chosen to check scalene and one of the other types and then left the else condition to represent the third type that you haven't checked. There are several ways that you could actually solve this. All right, next up, challenge 13. So challenge 13 is the area or perimeter challenge. And in this one, we need to start by getting integer input for the width and height of our rectangle. Then we need to get a string input for their choice. Now, just a few little things to note here. I've given this little extra comment, type A for area or P for perimeter. It's just a little thing you can do to make your program more user-friendly rather than having to have them type the entire word. Now, the other thing I've done is I've included my dot lower again. This way I know even if they typed a capital letter, I only have to check one thing. Now, alternately, I could say if choice equals A or choice equals capital A, but it seems easier to do it this way. So, in this case, if choice equals A, then we calculate area, which is width in centimeters times height in centimeters, and we use an F string to output that. And if they choose P, then we're going to say it's width in centimeters plus height in centimeters, and that result times by 2. And again, we use an F string to put it out. Now, in this one, I've used the else condition to say invalid choice in case they chose something that isn't A or P. We'll start talking more and more about how to make sure your program keeps running when the user does something unexpected as we get further into this programming challenges. Okay, that's that one done. Hopefully you've got no problems there, and it's on to have a look at challenge 14. Okay, and in this final challenge, what you had to do was get a person's mark from an exam out of 25 as integer input, so int input, and then we're calculating a percentage, so it's the mark they got divided by what it was out of, 25, times by 100. And then as we come down to the bottom here, what we're looking to do is check against the percentage, not against the mark. Now, if you just output grade A, grade B, that's okay, but you can see it's a bit better if you put out a more meaningful statement to the user. There may be some of you thinking, hey, is this right? Shouldn't it have something down here that says, and percentage is less than 85. Now, I can see why people might think that would be needed, and it wouldn't have stopped your program from working if you put it in. But to be really clear, when we get to here, we check that it's not greater than or equal to 85. If it was, it would do this and it wouldn't check any of the rest of the if condition. So by the time we get to this one, we already know that it is less than 85. So that's why we don't have to check it twice. Let's just run it and see what the outputs are so that we can make sure that it's working. So I'm going to put in 21, and 21 is 84%, which is a grade B. We're going to run it again. I put in 22, and you'll see a mark of 22 is 88%, so it's a grade A. So we're seeing our calculations are right here. I'll give him 13, and 13 is 52%, so I'll grade C. And now let's give him 12, and we should get our grade F. And as you can see, we do get that. So this one's all working, and the next thing we're going to have a look at in a video is nesting. We'll nest one if statement inside another. So I'll see you for that video.